going on back with another video. It's going to be a little bit similar to the one I did yesterday with Zombies in Spaceland Easter egg that's inside Fortnite. This is another kind of Zombies Easter egg that also is in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7. It has a little bit to do with Black Ops 3 Zombies. The map was called Shadows of Evil. And it looks like it might have a little bit of Cold War zombies in it. So that's what I like about other studios. They really appreciate and actually pay homage to some of the other studios and games that they have, or maybe they were fans of, maybe before they got into being a dev. I'm just assuming, they were fans of it, maybe they played it. Because Shadows of Evil, Black Ops 3 was roughly now 6 years ago, so maybe it's one of their games that they loved before they got into the industry. I don't know. I'm just kind of assuming. So as you see on the screen, it's a little bit of the loading screen, or it is the loading screen for Chapter 2 Season 7 in Fortnite. And it's all themed around aliens, alien invasion. Actually, the name of the season is Invasion. And it's kind of like their Battle Royale. Not necessarily their Zombies mode, which I think is called Save the Earth. Yeah, Save the World, okay. But the Battle Royale theme for Season 7, Chapter 2 is, again, UFOs, aliens, alien invasion, destroying the map, taking over. Aliens drop to the map, and you have to fight some of them. There are some little creatures that jump on your head during the match. Some of it might look like even the pods from Shadows of Evil. So I'm going to show you the Easter eggs. So first, again, this is, I guess, like the loading screen or a poster for Shadows of Evil. It's a 1940s noir-themed zombies map set in Chicago, or a fictitious city based around Chicago. It's called Morgue City. Again, it's based on Chicago, 1940s noir, and has a zombies outbreak that happened there. Probably hands down the best post for me, or a lot of people, the best post Jimmy Zielinski map. Maybe even, I think Mob of the Dead might still be everyone's favorite, but I think personally Shadows of Evil topped Mob of the Dead. It had a lot more things to do, a little bit more difficult. The whole alien and noir theme was really, really good. This is a movie poster. It's based around 4 characters that I guess live in Chicago. They did some bad things and now they're being punished for it. Again, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory. It is alien themed, not aliens in the map, it's still zombies, but it has alien undertones. You don't really see any. You do see one in the sky, and a couple like alien pods, I guess you can call it, throughout the map. And here is, so this is where the kind of the Easter egg starts. If you're on the Fortnite side of things and you're not familiar with Shadows of Evil and Black Ops Zombies, so this is one of the creatures or aliens that you can use in the map that helps you. It's in a jar. His name is Little Arnie. When you break the glass, he grows up really big and starts frailing, or frailing his arms around, and hits the zombies for you and end up killing them for you. You get like 3. It's like almost like a grenade. Let's say you cook it and then you throw it down, and then he bursts out and beats up the zombies for you. And what you want to take a note of is his eye. There's one big giant one here, maybe the ones here on the side, but keep a note of the big giant eyeball that's there. So this is kind of like the first little Easter egg that's in Fortnite. So I'm going to go over a couple things. So the giant eyeball reminded me of this character. Which one is he? I don't have it chosen, but you can choose a giant eyeball, and it looked exactly like that. I'm like, oh, they probably snuck that in as a little Easter egg. Kind of looks exactly the same. And if you pick the yellow one, it looks exactly like the Little Arnie eyeball. Sometimes the studios put like names in it that are familiar to it or similar to it, but it looks like they don't do that in this case. So it's just probably like a little side Easter egg. Maybe the person who created the alien or the mode or the theme for Season 7 was a big Shadows of Evil fan. The next Easter egg. This is a kind of Cthulhu statue, I'm gonna call it, or like a squid octopus statue that is in Shadows of Evil. And he has his little arms sticking out, 4 of them, and you drop these eggs in there, and you kill zombies, and it kind of makes the egg mature, I guess I'm gonna call it, or upgrade. You upgrade the egg, and then the egg you put into a sword. But none of that really matters. What you want to just keep a note of the shape of the thing and the way his arms are, and the little squid tentacles. I guess he has little feet, which I never even noticed. That's pretty crazy. So keep a note of like the tentacles, the way that they're positioned. This doesn't really have a name. I guess it's just called Cthulhu statue, is what I think we used to call it. So if you pick one of the variations or way, I guess variations is probably just the best word. There is a face. It's the last one here, and it's called Head Tentacler. It has the same arms almost, and these arms don't move. They say stay in that same exact position. And it looks like you can almost put the eggs in there too. It's not like these are like moving around and I just happen to pause it at the right moment. These tentacles that he has, they actually don't move, and the 4 of them are almost positioned the same way as this. Again, if you look, I mean, there's no way I could probably turn them to the side, but this is just a screenshot. So the tentacles are positioned to look exactly like the Cthulhu statue. Again, this might be considered a coincidence if there wasn't the zombies in Spaceland huge Easter egg, Lee Ross Easter egg that I talked about yesterday. There are probably more things scattered within the not DLC, but within the season. So I'm going to keep looking for other things, see if there's any other connections. Hopefully, maybe zombies show up on the map. That would be awesome. Kind of get like a Shadows of Evil, Zombies in Spaceland kind of crossover going on. And this is the back of it. I took the back of him. I don't know. I'm not going to exaggerate or go for a reach and say that it looks like the shape of this. I mean, it kind of does, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to let people decide on their own. But if you look at this upper part, it is somewhat shaped almost like this. So they probably could have did that in so many other different shapes, but they just happen to coincidentally, I guess, or like an Easter egg, put it the same as the Cthulhu statue. So the next part, I actually kind of consider this as a bonus Easter egg, or maybe not an Easter egg, kind of like borderline Easter egg. So in this little menu or message, I guess, about the alien artifacts, they have these little crystals or rocks that look almost like the Ethereum crystals that are in Cold War Zombies now. And so here's the Call of Duty version of it. That's what I'm saying. It's either an Easter egg or it isn't. It's the same exact color. It's the same exact rock. And I probably should have. Well, here's the thing too, which is I guess the Easter egg in itself. And I always tell people I do this in one recording. It says an artifact over here. So that's an artifact. It says inspect artifacts, and this is a canister for the crystal. This is another artifact, and this is a crystal inside another canister. So it looks exactly like this. So it's probably like an Easter egg because it says artifacts. So I mean that's pretty much it. I'm not going to stretch this out any longer. So I'm just going to kind of show you going back the other way now. These are the artifacts, I guess, in their version of Ethereum crystals. So you collect them and you can use them to as cash or a type of currency to upgrade your alien, so to speak, your chimera. So I mean that's it. That's a giant eyeball that looked like the little Arnie, and then these are the tentacles and the shape, and this looks like the Cthulhu statue. Again, I kind of just played a few games. I'm going to keep looking for some other stuff, and I'll keep everyone updated or posted. Again, here is the little Arnie Easter egg. Well, I guess it is technically an Easter egg. And there's the eyeball. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.